What if your dream life was costing you your peace? In a world where we are all engrossed and obsessed with productivity, including myself, we want to hustle and bustle and do everything that we can do to see the results that we want to see. We just want to be on the go all the time. Rest, and physically and mental rest, to be precise, always takes a back burner. We always schedule this for when we're done with whatever it is we want to see, when we've seen the results and the thing that we're working towards has already been done. Then we think about rest. But this could be affecting your peace and your mental health. So today we're going to talk about how to protect your mind and your purpose. It is doable. So stick around and let's get into it. Hey fam, how are you doing today? Welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Toby Achidime, and if this is your first time up in here, so excited to have you here. Today we're going to be looking at how to protect your mental health and your purpose at the same time. How to protect your mental health while you're chasing your big dreams and your big goals, because yes, you can do this and not put your mental health in problems or at a disadvantage. Yeah, so let's get into this. Get a glass of your favorite drink and let's go. A little bit of backstory. By this time last week, I was in the worst headache, pain, period, whatever you can describe it, ever. And it felt like every medication I was using wasn't working. They were doing absolutely nothing for me. It was like there was a whole construction building. A construction project was going on in and on my head. And there was nothing I could do to make it better. And while I was trying to figure out what was causing this, I found out that even thinking about what caused it was not helping. It's like I was putting myself into the rabbit hole of figuring out what is causing the headache and having the headache at the same time. I was amplifying the headache by thinking about what was causing it. But one thing that I was able to identify though was that prior to that day where the breakdown happened, I had stressed myself. I was stressed. I was exhausted. I had so many things on my plate and it was beginning to take effect on me. Case in point, I was down for like 2 days. I couldn't do anything. And so because I had a lot on my plate, I was mostly trying to catch up with all the things I was doing. So I would finish the day tired, exhausted, not because I had a productive day or anything, but because I said that I was just struggling to catch up with everything that I had to do. The not being able to do what I needed to do did not affect me as much as me sitting down for 2 whole days and being unable to do anything. That affected me more, and I began to think like I'm being useless, I'm not using my time wisely and everything. Of course, we know that was just contributing to the headache, but I just began to think there is definitely a way to chase purpose, to achieve your big dreams, to do the things that you need to do and not put your mental health in a dilemma, not stress yourself to the point that when you even take a day off, you feel like the world is coming to an end. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. And so I told myself this truth, which I am going to share with you now. Number one is that rest is not laziness. Yes. Get your pen and your paper. Let's get into class. Rest is not laziness. And though being compelled to rest, being forced to rest against your own wish can feel like it's a problem, like you're doing something that you don't want to do, it is going to be for your own good at the end of the day. So making time to rest does not mean that you're a lazy person. There is, however, a very tiny line between this. But that is a topic for another day. Today we're looking at rest and how it's going to help you to chase your dreams and protect your mental health. Rest should be one of those non-negotiables that you are focused on not negotiating with. Because when you take time to rest, it does you a lot of good than you think. You're able to think properly, you're able to think well, you're also able to do the things that you want to do without feeling stressed or anxious about them. You have more energy and you have more sanity to face whatever it is that you need to face. Earlier in the week, I shared on Threads that I had a Sunday where after church, I had nothing else to do. Now, my Sunday is probably the most busiest day for me because after church, there are other things that you have to do like meetings and all of that. But this last Sunday, after church, I was done with church and all of the tasks I needed to do in church. I got back home and there was nothing for me to do. So I rested. And although at that point, it felt like I was doing something that was odd, I did see the results on Monday because I was able to start my day better and more refreshed for the week. So Rest should not just be something that you give yourself as a reward. Giving yourself as a reward is fine, but it is not a reward. It is something that should be part of your daily habit. It should be part of what you do for yourself to protect yourself and to be a better person in chasing the dreams and the purpose that you want to achieve. It is fuel for purpose. Number 2, pay attention to the present moment. So being mindful of your thoughts, of your actions, of the things that matters to you, knowing yourself better is going to help you greatly when it comes to protecting your mental health, because you know what you need to do, when you need to do it, why you're doing it, why you are not doing it if you're not doing it, when you're going to be able to do it. There are detailed questions that you need to ask yourself and be able to answer on your journey of fulfilling purpose. If you are not being present, if you're not being mindful of your thoughts today, then it's not going to be possible for you to be able to answer those questions. Being mindful will help you to know when you need to rest and when you can push yourself a little bit further. It is going to help you greatly so that you don't get to a point of burnout or get to a point of exhaustion. We don't want to get to any of those points, because it is only going to delay your journey of purpose, or delay your journey of the dreams that you want to see, the goals that you want to achieve. So being mindful of paying attention to yourself, paying attention to the present. So present in the sense that you are aware of what is going on with you per time and per season. It is going to help you greatly to be conscious of when your mind needs to take a rest, when you are already being overwhelmed with whatever it is that you're going through. Sometimes we don't know these things because you are not paying attention to how you feel and to what you're doing. The moment you start to pay attention to your feelings and whatever it is that is going through, you realize that you are a better person in doing the things that you need to do. Now, am I saying that you should let your feelings control you? Absolutely not. But you know what feeling you're feeling and how to nub it, or how to make sure that it does not affect the results that you want to see. Being mindful is going to help you to rest. It's going to help you to know when you need to eat, when you need to fuel your energy, when you need to speak to somebody. It is going to help you to be better. Number 3, do not isolate yourself, especially when it comes to your dreams. Yes, I know that they say that you should not talk about whatever it is that you are doing until it is done. And yes, I do agree with it, but not 100%, because you definitely need to know that you have people in your corner, you have people in your circle that are working with you, that are pushing or rooting for you, that want to see you win. You wouldn't know those people if you always keep to yourself and don't say anything. Now, isolation is not the way for you to grow, or it's not the way for you to protect your dreams. How to protect it is that you are not just blabbing about it to everybody. Any Tom, Dick, and Harry can tell everybody what it is that you're focusing on, or what you're working on, or the dreams that you want to achieve, or anything. What you want to do with this is that you want to make sure that you have, maybe not make sure, but you want to have people that you trust, people that you know that their plan for you is good and it's not bad. You want to know that if I tell this person that this is what I am doing, they are going to push me towards achieving it and not talk about me against whatever it is that I am doing. Isolation is not the way for us to grow. You are not an island. Man is not an island. Even God said, let us make man in our image, because he wanted to have that kind of relationship with us. So even if you decide to build in silence, you want to know that your building in silence doesn't mean that it is only you that can hear it. You can build in silence with 5 people. Yes, you can. You can build in silence you just need to know that you are not alone doing life. So it is in the place of not isolating yourself that you get good mentors, you get good accountability partners, you get even business partners, people that are able to work with you, good friends. You are able to get these people because you have spoken out. You are not keeping to yourself. Also, the problem with isolating yourself is that when you are getting to a point of breakdown, you don't have anybody to talk to, and you need to have somebody to talk to. It is important. You are not created to be alone. You're created to have companionship with people. So build with people that trust in what you're building. Number 4 is weekly check-ins. You want to check in with yourself every week. I would say daily check-ins, but that can be exhausting and stressful, not kidding. But weekly check-ins is going to help you. So remember earlier that we said you want to be mindful of your thoughts and your action. One of the ways that you can be intentional about doing this is that you have weekly check-ins with yourself. Now, there are some questions that you may not be able to ask yourself in the moment of going through life. At the end of the week, you're able to ask yourself that question and answer the question. Weekly check-ins is going to keep you grounded. It's going to help you to know that, yes, I am still pushing towards what I need to push towards. And you know also when you need to rest, when you need to change your plan, when you need to push harder, or whatever it is that you need to do. It is going to help you to know that you are still in tabs with the goal that you're working on, and you are not going off the rail. So having weekly check-ins is going to definitely help you to protect your mental health, because you are aware of what is going on with you at the end of the week and you know how to start the next week. Number 5 is don't think hustle. I have always had a problem with this word hustle. When people say they are hustling or they are going to hustle or anything, I've always had a problem with it. Not because the meaning of the word itself is not good, but I just look at myself and I'm like, I'm not a hustler. Why am I calling myself hustler? Why am I hustling? Why do I have to hustle to get anything? But don't think of life as hustling to get the things that you need to get to. Rather, you're looking at it as you're working towards what it is that you need to. There are so many things that God calls us in the Bible. One of it is never hustler. He did not call you a hustler. So why are you calling yourself a hustler? And anytime you do this, what it does to you is that it puts your mind, or you put every part of you actually, on the path of always trying to do. You're always wanting to do something, and dangerously, you're wanting to do it by yourself, in your own might and in your own power. And this is no way to do anything ever, because we know that even your strength will fail you. And when that happens, what it leads to is depression, which is something that we're avoiding, right? So do not think also, do not think like you're trying to push so hard to the point where you don't care about whatever it is that is going on around you. You don't care about who you're hurting. You don't care about hurting yourself as well. You're just focused on hustling to get the things that you want to get done. And that's not a way to do it. Rather than thinking towards also, what you want to do is you want to lean into God's grace and trust that He's going to lead you. There is a lot of things that God knows about what you're doing. Actually, He knows everything about it. But He knows so much more than you do, that when you've gotten to a point of trying to do life by yourself, He's not going to struggle with you. He legit will just sit back and watch you do whatever it is that you want to do until you're ready to come back to Him and let Him lead you. And that's a dangerous place for us to get to. So you don't want to think hustle in the sense of you want to do this thing by yourself. You want to achieve this goal by yourself. You want to achieve this purpose by yourself, but you want to do it with God. You want to lean into His grace and His strength and be able to do it. What that does is that it helps you to be able to, it opens you up to learning. It opens you up to seeing what you need to do. It also opens you up to having faith and trusting God through the process of doing the life that you're doing. Something that you can do when you start to feel like you're getting to, again, hustle mode, is you want to pray about the pressure, because hustling will put you in pressure. It will pressure you and pressure life out of you. So rather than letting yourself get to that point, what you want to do is pray about it. You can never get tired of praying, and it is never too much to pray. So just continue to pray about it until you see the results that you want to see. So these are 5 things that I am certain are going to help you to protect your peace, protect your mental health, while you're still chasing the dreams, while you're still working towards being the person that you want to be and winning in the life that you are called to live. I hope that this video helps you. It is Mental Health Awareness Month, and this week especially is the week that we are focusing on that. So I hope that this helps you to be more conscious of your mental health. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Do not forget to subscribe. If you haven't given it a thumbs up, please do so. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Till next time, bye.